This is MTV News for Tuesday, 16th March 2021. In the headlines, the funeral of former parliamentary representative Elvin Nimrod takes place in Carriacou. Police investigate the discovery of a body in Grenville, St. Andrew. Workers at RBTT stage protest action while public servants vote in Public Workers Union elections. And in sports, officials assure 2021 Carifta Games will be safe despite the COVID-19 pandemic. The details to these and more after the break.
Every action we take impacts the lives of others around us. The Grenlec Community Partnership Initiative, GCPI, has been working with Grenadian organizations to impact communities directly. Giving back to communities we serve is fundamental to the way we do business. And every year, more lives are touched across Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique in education, sports, health, infrastructure, social services and beyond. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Welcome back to the news. I'm Troy Gill. The funeral service of the late Elvin Nimrod was held earlier this afternoon at the Lauriston Mini Stadium. Mr. Nimrod was a politician from the island of Carriacou. He served in the House of Representatives of Grenada for Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and in the past served as Deputy Prime Minister, Attorney General and Minister for Foreign Affairs, International Trade, Legal Affairs, Labour and Local Government. Many gathered at the stadium to pay their last respects to a Deputy Prime Minister, a teacher, a father, an uncle, a politician, a husband and a friend.
And the good time with one smoke, come on. God bless you. Have a good night. Thank you very much.
It was a mournful day for the people of the Tri-Island state as Mr. Elvin Nimrod, who served as the parliamentary representative for Carriacou and Petite Martinique for 19 years, was finally laid to rest. The former Minister of Legal Affairs died on February 6th in the United States. Family and friends and former colleagues from near and far came out in their numbers to bid Mr. Nimrod farewell, a man who loved his people and passionate about what he did. Son of the late Nimrod, Lloyd Nimrod, paid tribute by reading a letter he wrote to his dad a couple years ago, entitled, "Thank You, Daddy."
Thank you, Daddy, for sacrificing your time to get me involved with social programs to help develop my life management skills, like Boy Scouts, after-school tutoring sessions, karate and judo training, basketball clubs, and summer camps. Thank you, Daddy, for sacrificing your time, for sending and picking me up after school during my early elementary years at St. Francis of Assisi Catholic School back in Brooklyn, New York.
Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, said this is no goodbye, but thank you to Brother Nimrod. The Prime Minister said Mr. Nimrod was transformational for the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and will be remembered for his principle.
For what was right. even when it was not the most popular thing to do. But his conviction was such that he could not be swayed away from that position. Brother Nimrod was a man of principle. And there are three memorable occasions that I recall where he demonstrated that admirable qualities.
Entering the political arena at a young age, Kendra Maturin Stewart, representative of Carriacou, paid tribute to her close friend. She said Mr. Nimrod's role as parliamentary representative was very important to him.
As for me, I am broken, I'm shattered, and I'm in pain. For I will tell you that this was never the plan. I never thought that I would be saying goodbye to you, Mr. Nimrod, less than 3 years after you passed the baton on.
Other ministers of government paid tribute to the former deputy prime minister.
It was those conversations in my parents' garden in Hillsborough over a pot of my father's famous fish broth, sharing his dreams and vision for the development of Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
For the next 19 years, Elvin Nimrod remained the dominant figure in the politics of Carriacou and Petite Martinique for the New National Party. Under Nimrod's representation, the political landscape of the Sister Isles was transformed from what was traditionally an impregnable fortress.
Representatives of different organizations also paid tribute to Mr. Nimrod, including Mr. Nimrod's support group in New York and the Carriacou branch of the Grenada Union of Teachers. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Residents in the town of Grenville, St. Andrew, expressed shock after the body of a man was found this morning. Superintendent Vanny Kerwin of the Royal Grenada Police Force told MTV News the man, a fisherman from the parish, was found dead in a boat.
Well, at some time this morning, March the 16th, 2021, we received some information of a motionless body that was found outside of the waters in Grenville in a fishing boat. A fisherman made the discovery and boarded the boat and saw the motionless body of a male individual. He was able to bring the boat safely to shore and summoned the medical professionals and law enforcement. The doctor arrived on the scene and pronounced the body dead. This is early days in the investigation. We do not know yet what has happened, but at some point we will be able to update the public as to the cause of death, etc.
The workers at RBTT Bank Grenada Limited, under the guidance of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, protested on Tuesday afternoon against the RBC's request for workers to meet with the new owners of RBTT, the Antigua Commercial Bank, without resolving the current industrial issues at hand. Workers from the two remaining RBTT branches were seen standing outside of the main branch on Wall Street, Grand Anse, to show their blatant objection to the meeting. Donella Hostin reports more on this development.
On Tuesday afternoon, workers at RBTT Bank Grenada Limited walked out of their offices after being forced by their previous employer, RBC, to meet with the new owners of the bank, the Antigua Commercial Bank. According to President General of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, this was apparently arranged without the knowledge of the union, and he says the union will not have it.
What we are doing is that anytime the bank try to force the workers to meet with the Antigua Commercial Bank, as they are doing today, they try to force them to meet at 3 o'clock with them behind our back. They will follow the instructions of the union and walk out.
He said the RBC must recognize that this industrial matter is in their best interest to be resolved before the ACB completes the regulatory process.
And RBC Caribbean Limited must recognize that this is an industrial issue that is in their interest to resolve. And if Antigua Commercial Bank Limited management is smart and wise, they will ensure that they call upon RBC Financial Caribbean to resolve this matter rather than they inheriting a significant industrial problem that will not be in their interest.
Lewis stressed on the importance of the workers' rights as stipulated in the Employment Act, Section 45(2), where workers have the right to choose either to be terminated and receive the termination allowance or continue with the new employer. Additionally, Lewis noted that the RBC appears to be dragging its feet in an effort to frustrate the workers.
RBC, Caribbean Limited, has refused to implement the rulings of the Ministry for Labour. Not only have they refused to implement this, but they appear to be playing for time, trying to frustrate the workers. We are not opposed to the sale. That's there. We have gone past that. We can't say yea or nay, and we will not say yea or nay. But what we will ensure is that the right of the Grenadian worker is respected.
He said the workers' action today is to ensure that RBC engages with the union before having any further engagement with the Antigua Commercial Bank. The workers will be returning to work as normal, but will not be meeting with the ACB. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Meanwhile, public servants are expected to elect a new executive today. For the first time in history, 3 people are vying for the position of president. MTV spoke to 3 people who were nominated to represent their interests.
13 candidates, 6 positions, 1 vision, betterment of the Public Workers Union. Public servants will elect a new executive today. Daisy Hazard cast her vote just as the polls opened. She is vying for the position of Public Relations Officer, a position she held for the last 2 years. She says she is praying for a leader that will unite the members for one cause, workers' rights.
Whomever our membership chooses to represent them in all the various positions, we'll unite together, we'll come together cohesively. I pray for a leader that will see the wisdom and prudence in bringing the executive together so that together we can all rebuild our union and let us see the glory of the PWU shining again, brilliantly, powerfully in this country for labor rights and for our democracy.
Paula Phillip is vying for the position of treasurer. She spoke of her expectation coming out of the election.
I expect people to think about the state of the union and vote for change. And I'm looking forward to work with the rank and file to ensure that our union moves from strength to strength.
Arthur Pear is vying for the top position, president. He says there have been some minor hiccups with the election process. However, he's satisfied.
I've seen persons coming out. I think that's a good sign. We do have a little bit of hitches here and there with the electoral list in terms of the number of persons that are actually registered and so. But I think the office is working very assiduously to ensure that persons really do vote. So I'm encouraged by the turnout. All right, and let's hope for a good result.
MTV News, Donessa Pancho.
Some public servants say they are fed up with the treatment meted out to them, not only by government, but also by their union executive. They say the unions are not seeking their interest. Rachel Bain has more.
Public servants say they want change. According to some, for far too long, they have been dealing with oppression by governments, and the union just stands idly by and allow government to walk over them. The unions, they believe, are becoming obsolete because the leaders are selfish. One woman who did not want to appear on camera, fearing of victimization, says public servants are not being treated fairly.
Once they could bring news for them, you and them is ring and finger, they will pull string for you. But they don't treat people nice at all in this government service. They always on you back.
Is the union representing the workers properly?
I don't find. No. When you want them, you don't get them.
Another member says following the election today, she hopes that they will represent workers properly.
I hope whoever come, they step up to the games and stop this rigmarole thing. People don't have time for that. In this time now, you just have to go for it. And the union, they come just as politics. They come nice in front of you, vote for them, you give them your vote, and when they reach in the position, to hell with you.
She added that for years workers were not properly represented, especially those who are yet to be regularized.
You have people that are 20-something plus years in the system, and up to now, they can't get a letter stating that they're permanent, they're temporary, they're on contract. They need to step up the games. Otherwise, I want to stop a union because union don't fighting for nobody. Up to now, we're still fighting for 4% and we can't get it.
She also added the unions and politicians are on the same level. They act like magicians.
I want proper representation, and I need the union to step up and give the public what is due to them. Public service, public servant, a matter of fact. They're seeking their interest. Once they get there, to heck with the other people. Them pocket getting fat every month, and we had to scrunt every month to try and pay a bill. Them know what they eating for breakfast. We parents have to box the bread and see what we give them children to eat. Them already know they reach the position where they want to be. So them had to fight for us. That is what we're paying them for.
This woman believes that more could be done.
What are your thoughts on the present executive, their representation for the last, let's say, 2 years or so? What are your thoughts on it?
I think our last president had tried, and she tried very well.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Still to come, mixed reaction by the public on NNP's third year in office. And Education Minister cautions students to consider CXC deferral carefully before making a decision. Stay with us.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your card through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member, so what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Dreaming of taking a break and escaping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
Visit www.puregrenada.com/deals to choose your amazing experience today.
Grenada, are you ready? Football is back with the first round of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Grenada versus the US Virgin Islands at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Your Spice Boys are back in action. Tuesday, 30th March. Game time, 7 p.m. sharp with no fans in the stands. No fans.
Well, we're making our own party.
We're broadcasting live on Flow Grenada, channels 1000 and 1001.
And I'll be streaming that on my big screen TV, cooking up Pata Island.
Call Flow today to add your channel for only $20.
Well, it's mass with me and my family.
That's right. Support your 3-time Gold Cup qualifier, Team Grenada. For more info, call or WhatsApp 473-535-2090 or 440-9903. Sponsored by Glenelg Spring Water, Flow, and the Grenada Cooperative Bank.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No, you shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenelg at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Never fly kites near the power lines. If your kite ever gets tangled, do not attempt to remove it on your own. A message from Grenelg, energizing our Grenada.
Man, a real madman.
Sunday, March 28th from 6 p.m. We're kicking off another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo as the March Madness deals continue. And this time, you can win $10,000 US. What? Yes, $10,000 US. And tickets are only $8 US. Hold up, $8 US? I tell all your waggy gone mad. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 28th, join the madness and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo. It's another exciting promotion. Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, which kicks off from Friday, March 5th and runs till Friday, April 30th. To enter in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, place 4 gold Vitamalt crowns with contact information in an envelope and deposit in Mac redemption boxes and win a staycation at La Luna, $1,000 grocery shopping spree, a tablet, a 55-inch smart TV. You can win $1,000 cash, a year supply of Vitamalt, a laptop, and a 65-inch smart TV with surround sound. So get your drink on and win in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back to the news. Grenadians have been expressing mixed reviews on the new National Party's performance in office after the 2018 general elections. The last general election resulted in a landslide victory for the new National Party, led by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, who won his 5th term in office. MTV's Nikita Hostin took her microphones to the streets of St. George to get the people's view on how the NNP administration has been doing so far.
On Monday, the new National Party marks its 3rd year in office since the general elections in 2018. Led by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, this is the party's 5th term in office after winning elections in 1995, 1999, 2003, 2013 and 2018. The party lost its majority seats in 1990 and 2008 to the opposition party, the National Democratic Congress. In the 2013 general election, the NNP won all 15 seats, defeating the National Democratic Congress government of then Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, and again in 2018, defeating the NDC, which was led by Nazim Buck at the time. MTV News took its camera to the tongue of St. George to get feedback on how the government has been doing so far.
Like you see this teacher thing, I can't take it with them. They have a right to give the teacher what they deserve. And then the next thing about it again, with the school, you say you don't have nothing here. Why holding back them children home? They could do better with the school and with the teachers.
NNP 3 years in office, they started up good, but now I don't know for what reason they've been fall back a little. In terms, I don't know if it's because of the COVID, but the 3 years in office, we have to do a little more works in certain areas. I'll not say a little more, a lot of work, especially for my area, St. John's, Concord. We have to do a lot of work in Concord. But so far, we're going good.
This is 3 wasteful years we had from the NNP. To know we're in a COVID crisis and the kind of problem that's going through, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst.
I can't complain. I mean, I'm living in Grenada, and under the NNP government, they do very well for over the years. Over the years.
However, when asked how the government is dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, this was the people's response.
I think they did okay. Yeah, but be frankly.
But what I'm saying now, on the COVID, how the Prime Minister and the Minister of Health is handling the COVID is 100% good.
I want them to come another term, another 15-0, because they're working hard.
A total of 45 candidates were nominated to contest in the 2018 general election. The NNP received 33,786 votes, while the Nazim Buck-led NDC received 23,243 votes. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
One education official says although concession has been made for students who believe they are unprepared or are facing challenges to sit the CXC exams in 2022, they are encouraging students to consider their options carefully, as there are many factors to consider before such a determination is made. In an earlier report, ministry officials indicated that the Caribbean Examinations Council, or CXC, has taken a decision to give concession for students to defer examinations to 2022 if they believe they are unprepared or is facing challenges. However, Minister of Education Emmeline Pear says students who are contemplating whether to defer sitting the 2021 exams must consider their options carefully before making a final decision. Speaking on MTV's Rise and Shine program on Tuesday morning, the minister indicated that students should consider sitting the exams in 2021, as there are many variables to consider if they defer examinations to the following year.
Of course, all of the concessions are available for all students in Grenada, but we are not encouraging students to take a deferral except it's a case where it's absolutely necessary after discussion between the parent and the principal and teacher of that child.
She says it can also have serious implications for other students on various levels.
Furthermore, it is important to note that if we were to take a position that every child, for example, in a class can do the exam next year, and then there's the expectation that they are coming back to school, then that will have serious implication for the Form 1 students who are looking forward to going into secondary school in September. It means that they will have to stay in primary school. It means that that child in preschool who's supposed to be going to kindergarten will have to stay back again in preschool.
However, if there is a limited few that will request a deferral, Pear says, then the option is there for them to sit the exams privately the following year.
If there are isolated cases and there are few cases, of course, many schools do have extension classes, many persons do offer private classes, and this is what we would encourage in the first instance, because we assume and we are expecting that if there is anybody who would be requesting a deferral, it would be very, very small numbers. We do not expect that many of our students are going to go to take that concession that is being offered by CXC at this time.
According to Minister Pear, the concession from CXC is if candidates paid for the exams this year and requested a deferral, then they won't have to pay for exams the following year. However, sitting the exams in 2021 is the preferred choice. The New Jewel movement in 1979 ensured that Grenada's education remained a priority and brought about momentous changes during the time of the revolution. But over the years, the education system in Grenada changed significantly to the point where some may argue that it needs to be revised. Donella Hostin spoke to Richard Duncan, who shared his views on how Grenada's education system has changed from then to now. We have more in this report.
In the 1970s, the education system in Grenada was set up to provide a very holistic opportunity for the development of its citizens, as the New Jewel movement prioritized education. According to Richard Duncan, who was a student during this time, education then was much more than just about receiving a certificate to advance in life, but it was to ensure that significant and impactful contributions were made within the communities.
So we did the academics, yes. Sports, yes. But at the same time, you had leaders, teachers, right? Like George I. Brazan, may his soul rest in peace, as the deputy principal. And you have Dr. James DeVere Pitt, may his soul rest in peace as well, as the principal. You had science teachers like Guido Marcel. So their role as teachers, as academic leaders, was to mold us into, young men and women who had confidence in self, who had confidence in future of country, and to be the best we can be in making our contribution to society.
However, there appears to be some breakdown in today's education system, and this, he says, is visible in simple things such as in the writings of students from different educational levels.
Right, as Brazan used to emphasize, he said you've got to be able to analyze, you have to be able to criticize, and you have to be able to synthesize. So these are three skills, that he emphasized that we develop, as students, as intellectuals, and he helped us along those lines. In fact, I could comment that when I look at the writings that we get from people out of university, even up to the master's level, the English leaves a lot to be desired.
When probed about the education system today, Duncan highlighted two main issues.
What's the big issue for me? One is too many subjects, in my view, are being pursued at the final exam level, meaning CXC. Secondly, the roundedness of the education, to me, is missing. I think there is still need to have more emphasis on the extracurricular side of things.
According to him, there has to be a consolidated effort to develop the leadership skills of students. He also highlighted the need for students to be trained in other areas, not just content, saying that communication skills need to be incorporated to help with the building of confidence and self-esteem. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Hundreds of masks will be distributed to members of the population who are most vulnerable, including elderly members of the SEED program, as part of a Ministry of Health Mask Up campaign promoting the proper use of masks to protect oneself against the virus. The Health Promotion Department in the Ministry of Health launched its Mask Up campaign in the Ministry of Works conference room at the Ministerial Complex on Tuesday. The initiative is geared towards providing masks to vulnerable members of the population, including the elderly who are most at risk, beginning with members of the SEED program. During the launch, Health Promotion Officer for St. David and St. George South, Kalisha Daniel, says the reason for the campaign is to continue to promote the use of masks despite the varying beliefs, opinions and behaviors of some members of the public.
Now, all of these beliefs and these behaviors suggest a need for not only more COVID-19 prevention education, but also increased ownership of commodities like face masks. And as such, the Health Promotion Department has designed this campaign to encourage and to enable the general public to exercise better control over the health within this COVID-19 environment.
Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, applauds the initiative, signaling the importance of masks during the pandemic.
COVID-19 has shown us that the human behaviors and the measures that we are taking and the measures that we have asked people to take are measures that has its foundation in solid science. We are very much aware, we were always aware from the beginning, that if persons wear masks adequately and properly and clean their hands to prevent the transmission of the disease, that we were going to be able to stem the tide of COVID.
Receiving on behalf of the SEED program in the Ministry of Social Development is SEED Coordinator Lenora George.
With a grateful heart, I am here representing the Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment at the launch of this Mask Up campaign. And I am in anticipation. Well, I have received the quota of masks for the SEED beneficiaries assigned to them, and I am most delighted to be receiving on their behalf this afternoon.
The official handing over was done by Health Promotion Officer for St. George North, Roxanne Benjamin. Still to come, regional news and sports after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We promised you, and now it's time to deliver. St. Louis UPVC is finally open for business. Look for the blue building marked St. Louis UPVC number 21 Frequenter Industrial Park. At St. Louis UPVC, we manufacture durable push-up windows, sliding windows, projected windows, and casement windows. You can also purchase sliding doors. Our products are manufactured with up to half-inch impact glass, with 21 different types of glass to choose from. Windows can be customized to your specifications. Free delivery island-wide. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Feel free to call us at 439-6538 for more information.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Grenada, are you ready? Football is back with the first round of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Grenada versus the US Virgin Islands at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Your Spice Boys are back in action. Tuesday, 30th March. Game time, 7 p.m. sharp. With no fans in the stands. No fans? Well, we're making our own party. We're broadcasting live on Flow Grenada, channels 1000 and 1001. And I'll be streaming that on my big screen TV, cooking up Pata Island. Call Flow today to add your channel for only $20. Well, it's mass with me and my family. That's right. Support your 3-time Gold Cup qualifier, Team Grenada. For more info, call or WhatsApp 473-535-2090 or 440-9903. Sponsored by Glenelg Spring Water, Flow, and the Grenada Cooperative Bank.
Man, a real
madman. Sunday, March 28th from 6 p.m. We're kicking off another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo as the March Madness deals continue. And this time, you can win $10,000 US. What? Yes, $10,000 US. And tickets are only $8 US. Hold up, $8 US? I tell all your waggy gone mad. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 28th, join the madness and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
It's another exciting promotion. Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, which kicks off from Friday, March 5th and runs till Friday, April 30th. To enter in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, place 4 gold Vitamalt crowns with contact information in an envelope and deposit in Mac Redemption boxes and win a staycation at La Luna, $1,000 grocery shopping spree, a tablet, a 55-inch smart TV. You can win $1,000 cash, a year supply of Vitamalt, a laptop, and a 65-inch smart TV with surround sound. So get your drink on and win in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally.
Peace of mind comes from knowing that your family is safe and financially secure. For your peace of mind and theirs, plan ahead. Beacon's Rest Easy policy helps you to do just that. Rest Easy is a policy that offers you a payment upon your death or the death of any covered family member that can be used to offset post-mortem expenses. For as little as 75 cents per day, you can ensure that your expenses are covered. Call Beacon at 440-4447 and sign up for the Rest Easy plan today.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible, I can pack my sack, I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
It's now time for the regional roundup with Kenroy Batiste.
Good evening, this is the Regional Roundup in MTV News. I'm Kenroy Batiste. The Caribbean Tourism Organization, CTO, is reporting tourist arrivals to the Caribbean fell by 65.5% in 2020, but says it is forecasting a turnaround this year. In a statement on Monday, the CTO said the impact of COVID-19 on the travel and tourism industry was especially evident during the period of April to mid-June, when there was no activity in some destinations. It said this was characterized by empty hotels and restaurants, deserted attractions, shut borders, laid-off workers, grounded airlines, and crippled cruise lines. It added that while there were fluctuations in the levels of visitors for the remaining months of 2020, the influx of visitors has not reached levels even closely comparable to those being experienced prior to March of 2020. There was a 72% slide to 8.5 million cruise visits in 2020 when compared to the 30 million visits in 2019. Cruise lines plying Caribbean routes remain non-operational due to a strict ban imposed by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The CTO noted that with government restrictions in the Caribbean and globally reducing and in many cases preventing travel for large periods, tourist arrivals to the region in 2020 fell to just over 11 million, a decline of 65.5% when compared to the record 32 million tourist visits in 2019. The government of Jamaica is now in dialogue with IGL to procure additional oxygen to fill the current shortfall. As we hear in this report from TVJ News, hospitals are scraping to get by as the situation worsens across the country.
The country continues its battle to curb the spread of the coronavirus. The latest hole that needs patching is the shortage of medical oxygen island-wide.
There is a significant increase in demand, and the sole supplier through the ministry institutions have not been able to keep up with that demand for one reason or another. We have been in dialogue with them around getting additional cylinders, and they have indicated that they are in that process now of getting additional cylinders.
Dr. Tufton was unable to say when the additional supplies are likely to arrive, but health officials are making appeals of their own. This as hospitals in Western Jamaica are now on a desperate quest for oxygen from private entities amid the surge in COVID-19 cases. Director of the Western Regional Health Authority, Errol Green, says the Cornwall Regional Hospital is limping along, as are other facilities.
The situation in Savlamar, which is one of our bigger hospitals, I've been getting reports over the past few days, getting reports up to Sunday evening that they were almost out. They would have been out, all things being equal, by Sunday evening. The situation is worrying. We're appealing to IGL to see what can be done to improve the situation in the Western region, because we are desperate now.
Meanwhile, Chairman of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Wentworth Charles, says the Kingston Public, Spanish Town, Princess Margaret and Linstead hospitals are also grappling with the shortage.
We are seeing a demand now of anywhere between 400 to 500% demand in the institutions. And we are for cases like Spanish Town, where we would have supply once per day. We now require 2-3 times supply per day. And certainly throughout the region, we are having this increased demand that has placed a heavy strain on the institution.
It is a problem. Institutions are running low, and so they would have to suspend some of the operations that require oxygen that are not immediately emergencies and focus on emergencies until the supplier can increase capacity. Over time, I guess we will have to look to see how we can manage in this space and maybe look at some alternatives as part of just hedging against the potential challenges that we're now facing.
And that's the regional roundup for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Kenroy Batiste.
More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible, I can back my side, I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Sports is next.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services cleans, disinfects, and repairs septic tanks, grease traps, and drains. They also repair pipes and rent portable toilets. Professionals with more than 25 years' experience. So don't hesitate to call them when you have a problem. 443-2809 or 420-5069. They offer 24-hour service. Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services. With God, all things are possible. They can move mountains.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Man, a real madman. Sunday, March 28th from 6 p.m. We're kicking off another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo as the March Madness deals continue. And this time, you can win $10,000 US. What? Yes, $10,000 US. And tickets are only $8 US. Hold up, $8 US? I tell all your waggy gone mad. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide and our main office on Brew Street Mall. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 28th, join the madness and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
Coming up in sports, newly appointed Test captain Craig Brathwaite praises the development of the side under Jason Holder. Stay with us.
Hoping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
Visit www.puregrenada.com/deals to choose your amazing experience today.
Now we have the sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Newly appointed Test captain Craig Brathwaite has praised the development of the side under Jason Holder and says he anticipates a productive working relationship with the man he has replaced. The 28-year-old Brathwaite was announced last Thursday to lead West Indies into the 2-test series against Sri Lanka starting next weekend, ending Holder's 6-year tenure in charge. We had a chat Thursday. I have known Jason from age 10, so we go way back, and I don't think anything is going to change, Brathwaite said. He has my full support and I have his full support, so we're going to work as a team. Former West Indies wicketkeeper and noted administrator Jackie Hendrick has expressed surprise at the selection of veteran batsman Chris Gayle for the T20 series against Sri Lanka, indicating he believes the Batman could be past it at this point. The selection of the veteran pair of Gayle and fast bowler Fidel Edwards sparked heated discussions around the region, with some insisting that the players should have been overlooked for younger talent. The 41-year-old Gayle was recalled to the regional squad for the first time in 2 years, along with the 39-year-old Edwards, who had not played for the team since 2012. Neither player had a particularly strong series, but have been playing in T20 leagues around the globe since last year. Gayle notably having a strong showing at the Indian Premier League, while Edwards showed up well for the Abu Dhabi T10 tournament. World Championship 400-meter bronze medalist Sharika Jackson is expected to make a full and quick recovery from injury, according to a source close to the MVP track club. More details in this TVJ Sports.
The two-time World Championship 400-meter bronze medalist quickly held on to the back of her left leg shortly after completing Section 2 of the women's 100 meters at Saturday's Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association's qualification trial series at the National Stadium. In fact, the 26-year-old could be heard screaming about 15 meters from the finish line before stopping the clock in 11.46 seconds. After several failed attempts to put pressure on the leg, Jackson was helped from the competition area by a member of the MVP backroom staff. When TVJ Sports inquired about the state of the former Veer technical athlete, we were informed by a prominent figure at the club that Jackson suffered a slight strain and could be back in training in the coming days.
The Character Games that are scheduled to be held in August, later than the usual April date for the first time since its inception in 1972 because of the coronavirus pandemic, will be safe for all who will be involved, says Dr. Adrian Lord, chairman of Medical and Anti-Doping at North American, Central American and Caribbean Athletic Association. It was announced last Thursday at a virtual press conference that the 3-day championships that has been rescheduled 3 times already will be held in Bermuda on August 13th to the 15th. The scheduling of the Caribbean Examination Council CXC for June 14th to July 16th, it was heard, had forced the rescheduling. As according to Mike Sands, president of the NACAC, it would affect a large number of the student athletes who would be taking part in the region's preeminent junior track and field championship. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
That was sports. After the break, we take a look at the public forecast and a recap of the headlines.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlac, energizing our Grenada.
To avoid the inconvenience of disconnection, know your due date. It is the deadline date by which your bill must be paid every month to keep your account current. Your due date is printed on your bill.
Good Tuesday evening, viewers, and once again with the nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Sunny and slightly hazy conditions continue throughout the extreme southern Caribbean, but the central and some of the northern islands saw a bit of partly cloudy conditions and 1 or 2 showers. We are monitoring that haze in the far eastern Atlantic. It is creeping a bit closer to the islands. Right now we are experiencing some slight haze in our area. Quite a bit of cloudiness to contend with, but most of it upper level and moving away to the northeast of the islands. The northern islands, as I said, some northern islands did see some showers in that area, but generally clear skies. Possibility of some brief early nighttime sprinkles, but then conditions would improve. The forecast for Tuesday night is for mostly fair conditions, but as I said, that's after the possibility of some brief early showers. A minimum temperature of 24, northeasterly winds between 8 and 18 miles per hour. Quite a bit of sunshine on Wednesday. Mostly sunny skies would dominate. Winds would be easterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Seas remain moderate, 4 to 6 foot waves in open waters. The sun will rise at 6:12 and set at 6:17. Another hot day on Wednesday, 33, will continue to feel like 37. The UV index remains extreme, and in the nighttime, the minimum temperature will fall to 24. The moon rises a minute before 9 in the morning, and it sets at 9:46 in the nighttime. The sunshine continues in Port of Spain, Bridgetown, and Kingston. Partly cloudy in Miami, mostly cloudy in New York. It's warming up there. A high of 11 is expected, and some afternoon showers in London. Back here at home, mostly sunny conditions would dominate through to the weekend, when we could see a slight increase in cloudiness on Sunday and the possibility of a little denser haze returning at that time. Just about a 20 to 30% chance of the odd brief pre-dawn shower. That's it for me for Tuesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me right here on Wednesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now for a recap of the headlines. The funeral of former parliamentary representative Elvin Nimrod takes place in Carriacou. Police investigate the discovery of a body in Grenville St. Andrew. Workers at RBTT stage protest action while public servants vote in Public Workers Union elections. And in sports, officials assure 2021 Carifta Games will be safe despite the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for viewing. I'm Troy Gill. Good night.
For news and information 24/7, visit MTV News GD on Facebook. Have a news tip? Call MTV Newsroom 440-8442. Email mtvnews3@gmail.com. A production of MTV Newsroom, the national newsroom. News you can trust.